Good evening. Yesterday I just started with NLP. What do you mean by natural language processing? How to perform NLP using various techniques. Firstly, I was discussing with you about segmentation. What is the use of segmentation, how to do segmenting, and how to break down the document into constituent sentences. Yes, whatever I discussed yesterday, everything is clear. Today I am just going to continue with NLP. What are all the other NLP techniques? For example, I am going to discuss with you, so what do you mean by segmentation? Yesterday I gave an introduction to segmentation. So how I am going to analyze, what do you mean by natural language processing? So similar to English language, I am going to analyze the textual information, come up with some important prediction result. This is what is called as natural language processing. This is one emerging technology in today's world. For example, how I am going to analyze NLP, natural language processing. What are all the different applications of NLP? What are all the different applications? So I can go for chatbot applications, or I can go for Alexa, Siri, voice assistant. It is going to capture the speech input and I am going to come up with some important prediction result. This is what is called as NLP or natural language processing. Alright. For example, this is my entire sentence. The sky is clear. The stars are twinkling at night. Whenever I am going to apply some segmentation, I am going to split my entire sentence into two different sentences. The sky is clear. The stars are twinkling at night. So this process, so how I am going to analyze the sentence and I am going to come up with some important prediction result. This is what is called as NLP. That is the first, how I am going to achieve this NLP technique, natural language processing. Yes, good evening everybody. So this is how yesterday I just gave an introduction to segmentation process. How I am going to split my entire sentence into smaller units or segments. So first type of technique, so how to achieve this? For example, in case of chatbots, I am going to get the speech input and I am going to achieve. So for example, tokenizing, all these are the different types of NLP techniques. I am going to break them into smaller units. I am going to analyze and I am going to come up with some important result. So the NLP, this kind of natural language processing, it is achieved by different techniques. It is achieved by using lemmatization and one more technique. The first important technique is the tokenization technique. All these are, and I am going to come up with some important prediction result. This is what is called as NLP or natural language processing. Clear? So it first came up from the branch of artificial intelligence. So using artificial intelligence, so that is the root cause of all these technologies. Machine learning, deep learning, NLP. So all these are the subfields of AI, artificial intelligence. Clear? So it is a very complex field. So why this NLP, this technology is growing at a very fast rate, as well as it is a very complex field, complex technology. So human language, we need to understand the human language, and I am going to come up with some important prediction result. Clear? So this is what happens in NLP or natural language processing. Clear? So the NLP practitioners, so we have ML practitioners, we have DL practitioners towards data science. Similarly, the people who are practicing NLP, so how they are working with this technology. So they need to establish some sort of connection. So how the human beings speak, and based on the pronunciation, diction. So yesterday I was discussing with you about different NLP techniques. So how to understand the meaning of the sentence. I should consider the syntax of the sentence, semantics, and various other techniques are involved in achieving this NLP, that is natural language processing. So the NLP algorithms are applied to the sentence provided by the humans, after which these algorithms modified these unstructured language data into the language that the machine can understand. So this is what we are doing in NLP, natural language processing. What is the aim of this NLP, natural language processing? They modify the unstructured language data into the language that the machine can understand. Clear? So the machine not only converts the text or words, but it also tries to understand the context behind those words. So how does this NLP works? For example, you can consider what is the use of university chatbots, college enquiry chatbots, medical enquiry chatbots. I am going to capture the speech input of humans. I am going to analyze the textual information. The process, I am going to come up with some important prediction result. This is what happens in NLP, natural language processing. Clear? So how does this NLP works? So as I told you correctly, right? I need to establish a relation or a connection between the humans and the machines. This is what happens in NLP, natural language processing. So different types of NLP algorithms, they are being applied to the sentence provided by the humans. So after which they modify the unstructured language data into the language that the machine can understand. Clear? So I am just giving different versions of NLP. So what do you mean by this technology? With this, I am just stopping today. If you have any doubts, you can just ask me. If you are interested, you can join in the Java Full Stack Masterclass program. It is going to start from 1st of September, and it will be for a 1-month program. So it will continue till the end of September. Alright. So once you are going to attend this masterclass, you will be receiving a free webinar certificate, and the internship users, they will be receiving an internship certificate as well as a participation certificate. Alright. So what we are going to see in this 30 days full stack masterclass program, I will be discussing the basics of Java, the OOPS concepts. I will be giving you some practical implementations. And then I will give an introduction to HTML. So what are all the different things that are required to build a full stack website using this Java language. I am going to give an introduction to HTML, hypertext markup language. And then I will be discussing with you about servlets, what is the use of servlets, and database. So what is the use of MySQL, how to interact with the database, what are all the different types of queries that can be used to interact with the database, and JDBC, how to connect Java with the database, and finally I will be discussing some applications of this Java, so of this language. Using this all these concepts, I am going to show you some applications, how the websites are being developed. Alright, any doubts in today's NLP talk? Whatever I discussed with you, everything is clear? Any doubts? The classes will be from 6 to 6:45 in the evening, YouTube live, Preeti. Alright then, remaining things we will see tomorrow, same time, same link.